TV.
This is JEP TV. My name is Fumilayo Okorafor. I welcome you to another episode. Rotary Club is, of course, a powerhouse that caters and tackles community development. And, of course, this time around, they have a program, which is, of course, Joint Promas Discount, tagged Akugbe 2026. That's our showcase for you today on the program event on JEP TV. Our phone numbers are there on your screen. Please use it. Give us a call. Let us know when you intend to put up that event. We cover all sort of events, be it a wedding, housewarming. JEP TV covers it. That's our package for you today on the program event on JEP TV.
Now you know. Now you know. If you know.
Rotary 9141 Benin District Conference Akugbe 2026 opening ceremony was held at Katilia International Conference Center, Benin City, Edo State, Nigeria.
How much is money? It's nothing. Ballin'.
Naso.
Premium or nothing.
Naso.
Now you know. Now you know.
Naso ide. Na today. Mbombo. Naso. That's how we roll it in 9141.
Undefeated, undisputed, unopposed, luxury or not.
Members from the district all arrived to the city capital for the much-awaited discount conference. The atmosphere was electrifying and all arrived in grand style.
It's nothing. Ballin', premium or nothing. Now you know. Now you know.
The event began with royal entrance of the principals.
Just promenading into this arena, to be ushered in by the very foremost sponsors in this part of the world, Isaiah Samot Theatre Troupe. I'm going to usher in Mr. Governor, please, as he enters the hall, to please rise to welcome him. They're ready there at the upper of the hall. As soon as they come in, please rise to welcome them.
District Governor Anthony Walking Red, the Promax District Governor, and his delectable wife, Teresa. I'm not hearing the applause, guys. Keep those applause going. As we welcome the Chief Executive Officer, Rotary International and the Rotary Foundation, our very own Rotary International President's Representative to Conference, John Hugo, and the beautiful Mother Hugo. Welcome. I hope you will be clapping, guys. Keep clapping as you welcome with me the Passion Queen, our trustee, Ijoma Pelokoro, and handsome Kingsley. Rotaractors, make some noise for District Rotaract Representative Paul Alungwe in the hall. Fellow Rotarians, the next victim waiting on the wings, make welcome District Governor-elect Anthony Onikagu and his beautiful wife. Fellow Rotarians, the Reaper himself, make welcome past District Governor Anthony Onikagu and the beautiful Lady Jane. Thank you, and I'm sure we may be seated. District Governor Anthony Osayatine Wohiran, Rotary International President's personal representative to conference, John Hugo, and your beautiful wife, Marga, Rotary Foundation Trustee Ijoma Okoro, and your spouse, District Rotary Representative, co-convener of this conference, District Rotary Representative Paul Arungu. Past district governors with special recognition of the chair of the Council of Governors, past district governor Henry Ejumulu, and your brother governors. District Governor-elect Anthony Olikagu and your spouse. District Governor nominee Percy Okoje and your spouse. District Governor nominee designate Patrick Ohia. Fellow Rotarians, Rotaractors, past District Rotary representatives, forgive me, distinguished Rotarians, good morning. Welcome to day 3 of our amazing conference, the district conference for the Pro-Max year. Past Assistant Governor Elizabeth Omobre to take the object of Rotary. Put your hands together for Past Assistant Governor as she takes the object of Rotary.
The district governor, the RI representative with his spouse, past district governors, the DGE, DGN, DGDN, fellow Rotarians and guests. The object of Rotary. The object of Rotary is to encourage and foster the ideal of service as a basis of worthy enterprise, and in particular to encourage and foster, first, the development of acquaintance as an opportunity for service. Second, high ethical standards in business and professions. The recognition of worthiness of all useful occupations and the dignifying of each Rotarian's occupation as an opportunity to serve society. Third, the application of ideal of service in each Rotarian's personal, business, and community life. Fourth, the advancement of international understanding, goodwill, and peace through a world fellowship of business and professional persons united in the ideal of service. Fellow Rotarians, the object of Rotary.
Thank you. And to take the 4-way test, please make welcome President Malik of the Rotary Club of Osubi.
The district governor and his electable spouse, fellow Rotarians, have been called upon to take the 4-way test of the thing we think, say, or do. 1, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendship? And will it be beneficial to all concerned? The 4-way test. Thank you.
Please, Assistant Governor Abushitu to take for us the Rotary Code of Conduct. AG Shitu, please.
District Governor and his spouse, fellow Rotarians, the Rotarian Code of Conduct. As a Rotarian, I will act with integrity and high ethical standards in my personal and professional life. I will deal fairly with others and treat them and their occupations with respect. I will use my professional skills through Rotary to mentor young people, help those with special needs, and improve people's quality of life in my community and in the world. I will avoid behavior that reflects adversely on Rotary or other Rotarians. I will help maintain a harassment-free environment in Rotary meetings, events, and activities, report suspected harassment, and help ensure non-retaliation to those individuals that report harassment. Thank you.
Thank you, Shitu. And please make welcome Rotaractor Osama Wahiren to take the Rotary vision statement.
The vision statement. Together we see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe, in our community and in ourselves. Fellow dear Rotaractors and fellow distinguished Rotarians, the vision statement.
Thank you very much. At this point, we'd like to bring on stage the man who has been in charge locally to put this event together. I'd like to very especially invite the HOC chair, a very distinguished Rotarian who, of course, will be leading us in a short while. Please put us together for our very own DGN, Percy Okoje. You can do better than that. We've been working very tirelessly to ensure that this event assumes this standard. Thank you very much.
The District Governor, Antonio Saritin Warrior, Rotary International President Representative, John Hugo, and spouse Maria Rita. District Governor-elect Anthony Olikagu, DND Patrick Oya, Trustee Ijoma Pearl Okoro, past district governors here present, Zone 22 leaders, all other leaders here present. It is with great pleasure I welcome you all to 2026 District Conference, holding or that started from the 13th of May 2026. I will run to till 17th May 2026. We have the honor of having the Rotary International Chief Executive Officer to represent the Rotary International President. In our midst, glad to also say that, is Trustee Pearl Ijoma Okoro, who is here to add quality to this program. We also have here Zone 22 leaders, which includes ROMC Deanizo, ARROFC Andy Wonja, ROPIC IBIM, and our celebrated past district governors and other leaders. The materials for this conference have been carefully put together deliberately to help us have a very robust conference. We know you are doing this as a favor with your time here today. We appreciate your acceptance to abandon your various businesses and other schedules to contribute your wealth of experience in all endeavors to enrich our organization, Rotary International District 9141. I join you all to enjoy every program that has been meticulously put together by the host organizing committee. Wahia Bokia, as we say in Benin, welcome. Thank you very much.
a new. Huh? Well, we say, thank you very much. We just listened to the HOC chairman, and he has welcomed us to Benin City, where this wonderful conference is taking place, Akugbe 2026, Unite for Good. At this point, I'd like to invite the man on whose shoulders rested all the planning. They've been working in the last 1 year to ensure that this event assumes the status, which of course we are seeing this morning. May I very humbly invite the man who has been working, the CPC chair. Please put your hands together for PAG Odiaga Inyomi. He's been working very hard. Celebrate him, celebrate him.
The District Governor, Rotary Antonio Saratino Wogiren, Rotary International President's representative to DISCOM, TU John Huko and his spouse, Maga Huko, the Rotary Foundation trustee, Ijoma Pearl Okoro, and her spouse, Sir Kingsley Okoro, district governors here present, past district governors, the district Rotary representative, Paul Arunga, fellow Rotarians, district leaders, presidents, assistant governors, committee chairs, guests, and friends. Good morning. Thank you. It is with great pleasure and a deep sense of responsibility that we welcome you all to the 2026 District Conference of Rotary International District 9141. The conference represents more than a gathering. It is a celebration of our shared commitment to service, leadership, fellowship, and to making a positive and lasting impact in our communities and beyond. Over the course of this Rotary year, our clubs have demonstrated resilience, innovation, and a renewed passion for service above self. This conference provides us with an opportunity to reflect on our achievements, strengthen our connections, and reimagine the possibilities ahead. The Central Planning Committee and the host organizing committee have worked diligently to design a conference that is engaging, inspiring, and impactful. You can expect very insightful plenary sessions, meaningful fellowship, vibrant cultural experiences, and practical panel discussions that will equip us to deepen our service in our communities and beyond. Thus, as we converge, let us come with open minds, collaborative spirits, and a readiness to learn from one another. Knowing that the strength of our district lies in our unity and our willingness to act, I encourage every participant to fully engage, to network intentionally, and leave this conference renewed in purpose and energized for greater service. As you enjoy and bask in the warm and traditional hospitality which we are known for in Benin, especially, and Edo State in general, please take time out to visit our tourist attractions, such as the Benin Museum, and be transported in time back to thousands of years in Benin culture and tradition. Visit the famous Benin bronze and artifacts-making locations at Igun Quarters to witness firsthand how these beautiful and world-famous items are crafted. Most importantly, while here for DISCOM, ensure to taste our black soup and pounded yam delicacy. Very important. Above all, enjoy the celebration, and may this event inspire us all to continue to make a difference as we unite for good to create a lasting impact. Welcome, Koyo, Obowe, Obokia, Wado, Mekao, Indewo, Ibiete, Ado. On behalf of the Central Planning Committee, I warmly welcome you to Benin City and wish you a memorable and impactful conference experience. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Central Planning Committee Chair Mudiaga Iyomi. Fellow Rotarians and friends, just a few housekeeping rules while we're at it. The first rule is that we expect you to smile at your neighbor. Can you do that? Oh, good, very good, very good, very good, very good. I like it when people, yeah. Okay, all right. We got that right. The second rule is that you must applaud yourselves. All right, great, good, way to go. Now, the third rule is that you can't move around during sessions because we really would like you to benefit from every enlightening session that's happening here today. Fellow Rotarians, if you need to use the conveniences, please, you will step out of the door. To the right, that is to my right, is for the males, and to my left is for the females. We do have 2 exits, one right to my front, the second is a little to my left. We intend for you to have a great time. We intend for you to have a great time here tonight, this morning. But just before I do that, a few of our distinguished leaders walked in. Hello, Rotarians. Please make welcome His Royal Majesty, our very own past District Governor, Noble Eshimeto. You're welcome, sir. Also with us, the National Polio Committee Chair, the ever youthful, the very handsome past District Governor, Joshua Hassan. You're welcome, sir. Fellow Rotarians, I call him the indefatigable. The past District Governor who loves to dance, but who also loves to say thank you. Please welcome the appreciator himself, past District Governor Emeke Utebo. And now, my friends, there is something that excites us in Rotary. And it is the fact that we have many clubs, but one Rotary. And today we want to celebrate our flags. The flags of our clubs, the flags of our districts, the flags of our country, and the flag of Rotary International. The flag parade. Flag parade.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to ProMax DisCon 2026. Now, presenting the flags of the clubs of Rotary, District 9141. Arbonne Mar, Arbreaker Metropolis, Argbarha Otor, Argbarho, Argbor, Argbor Marshals, Arcpajo Nexus, Arlu New Dawn, Arsaba, Arsaba Blue Waters, Arsaba Capital City, Arsaba Central, Arsaba Citadel, Arsaba Diplomat, Arsaba Downtown, Arsaba East, Arsaba Gateway, Arsaba Government House, Arsaba GRA, Arsaba Medical City, Arsaba Metropolitan, Arsaba New City, Arsaba New Era, Arsaba New Wave Promax, Auchi Central, Auchi Hilltop, Auchi Metropolitan, Auchi Prestige, Bendel Estate, Benin, Benin Aerodrome, Benin GRA, Benin Greenfield, Benin Icons, Benin Iriri, Benin Kingdom, Benin King's Square, Benin Metropolitan, Benin New Itete, Benin Sport, Benin Ogbor, Benin Unity, Benin Urban, Bani Land, Bonzak Arsaba, Brass Island, Central Africa D9141, Choba Uniport, E-Club of D9141, Services Without Borders, E-Club of One World, D9141, Ejibar A Forun City Center, A Forun Dynasty, A Forun Gateway, A Forun GRA, Aguare Garden City, Akpan Sunrise, Akpomar, Alame, Avorani, Finimar, Grand Bonnie, Greater Port Harcourt, EBA Promax, Iarua Frontline, Asiokolo, Izyokpor, Isalay Ardzargbar, Uptown, Kariarmar, Coco, Kuale, New Dawn, O Bua Orba, New Benin, Benin City, Orgbar Benin, Ogara, Ogunu, Orgwashi, Uko Gateway, Orkparnam Hilltop, Okpe, Okpilar Magical, Okuok Koko, Omoku, One, Opobo Shoreline, Oregbene, Benin City, Oregbene Urban, Osubi, Orvwayan, Oxbow Lake, Yanargoar, Oyegbo, Ozuobar Plantation City, Otoku 2, Port Harcourt, Arbulomar, Port Harcourt Airfield, Port Harcourt Atlantic City, Port Harcourt Blue Ocean, Port Harcourt Business, Port Harcourt Siapoli, Port Harcourt Central, Port Harcourt Citadel, Port Harcourt City Valley, Port Harcourt Cosmopolitan, Port Harcourt Creekview, Port Harcourt Diamond, Port Harcourt Dolphins, Port Harcourt Downtown, Port Harcourt East, Port Harcourt Eco, Port Harcourt Elites, Port Harcourt Endless, Port Harcourt Evo Kingdom, Port Harcourt Express, Port Harcourt Garden City, Port Harcourt Gateway, Port Harcourt Gulf Estate, Port Harcourt GRA, Port Harcourt High Rise, Port Harcourt International Airport, Port Harcourt Lighthouse, Port Harcourt Medical Towers, Port Harcourt Metropolitan, Port Harcourt Midtown, Port Harcourt Mother and Child, Port Harcourt Municipal, Port Harcourt New City, Port Harcourt Unkporlu, Port Harcourt North, Port Harcourt Orderly Meadow, Port Harcourt Orbit, Port Harcourt Passport, Port Harcourt Phoenix, Port Harcourt Portland, Port Harcourt Premium, Port Harcourt Promax, Port Harcourt Rabizi Kingdom, Port Harcourt Renaissance, Port Harcourt Royals, Port Harcourt Rumu Orgba Golden, Port Harcourt Seaport, Port Harcourt Skyfield, Port Harcourt Skywaves, Port Harcourt South, Port Harcourt Spring Gardens, Port Harcourt Top Health, Port Harcourt Trailblazers, Port Harcourt Urban, Port Harcourt West, Romu Ibekwe, Romu Igbo, Rumu Omase Sarpele City Center, Sarpele Gateway, Sarpele GRA, Sarpele Metropolitan, Sarpele Urban, Transarmardi, Obeji, Udu Treasure, Ugborbor Icon, Ugele Metropolis, Urome Metropolitan, Osilo Central, Uvwe Renaissance, Wari, Wari Central, Wari Metropolis, Wari Trailblazer, Woji Town, Yenarguar, Yenarguar City Center, Yenarguar Creek Haven, Yenarguar Echo, Yenarguar Medical Pavilion, Yenarguar Sunshine, Yenarguar Towers.
put your hands together for the 177 clubs of Rotary District 9141. Fellow Rotarians, you didn't hear that. Yesterday, we added a club. Put your hands together for the 177 clubs, 78 clubs of Rotary District 9141. The Promax year, the Promax governor, the Promax district, and the district of Rotary International President 2026-2027, Olayinka Hakeem Babalola. I know they hear or I know they feel now. Wetin dey happen? Thank you. Don't forget to keep drinking water. Don't forget to keep smiling. And now, we welcome our statutory flags, and the police band will bring them in. Fellow Rotarians, we receive the Interact flag. It is carried by the interactor Ogenero Ogenetega. He's a JSS 3 student of St. Mary Dedication British International School, and he is 12 years. Ogenero, march in the Interact flag. Can you put your hands together for Ogenero, please? When we see the Interact flag, we know that the future of polio and the future of Rotary is secure. Thank you. Next is the Rotaract flag. The Rotaract flag is carried by District Rotaract Representative Paul Arungu. DRR Paul Arungu bearing the Rotaract flag. Rotaractors, welcome your flag. Rotaractors, welcome your flag. If you are a Rotaractor, have ever been a Rotaractor, inspired to be a Rotaractor, welcome your flag. Every Rotaractor in the room, past and present, welcome the Rotaract flag. Rotaract flag carried by District Rotaract Representative Paul. Celebrate Rotaract and acknowledge the pathway to Rotary. Put your hands again together for Paul. the Rotary flag. Thank you. Fellow Rotarians, Rotary's first external priority is ending polio. My dear friends, let us make welcome the End Polio Now flag. It is carried by Rotarian Elijah Ehinoya Onemeshak, who is the State Polio Coordinator. The polio flag. Welcome the polio flag. Put your hands together for Elijah. Excellent. Thank you, Elijah. Thank you. Thank you, Elijah. Please applaud yourselves for being part of the fight to end polio. District Governor, Rotarians and friends. Rotary District 9141 covers the South states of Rivers, Bayelsa, Delta, and Edo. Bearing the district flag, please make welcome District Executive Secretary Kelechi Ekezie. She is bearing our district flag. May I request all members of District 9141 to receive your flag upstanding. Thank you, Kelly. Applaud your flag and welcome your flag. Thank you, DES Kelechi Ekezie. Thank you. Fellow Rotarians, one flag unites us all. One flag known in over 200 countries. One flag. A flag that speaks of service, commitment, and dedication. Fellow Rotarians, bearing the Rotary International flag, District Governor-elect, like we say, the next victim, the one who will serve with the Rotary International President for 26-27. District Governor-elect Tony Olikagu, he bears the Rotary flag. We will receive it upstanding. Tony is thinking about July 1. Suddenly that flag seems heavy. The Rotary International Anthem. Thank you, District Governor-elect. Please put your hands together. That flag felt very heavy. He's thinking about July 1. Put your hands together so you encourage him. My dear friends, we are very fortunate to have members of the Boy Scout Nigeria Edo State who have graciously come here to support us, and they will be bearing the country flags. In honor of our Rotary International President's Representative Conference, we will please match in the Ukrainian flag. And friends, we will rise and receive it on his behalf. Please, the police band, help us. Boys, Thank you. And dear friends, our Rotary International President's representative to conference is also an American. We will match in the American flag, the flag of the United States of America. The police band. And we will please rise in honor. Dear friends, starting from July 1, our own Olayinka Hakeem Babalola will be headquartered in Evanston. We will take the American national anthem in honor of that, the American national. American flag. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. One stanza is enough. Put your hands together, please. My dear friends, I beam with pride when I make the next statement that I make. Already the Nigerian flag is flying high in Evanston. But starting from July 1, in everywhere that Rotary sits, at every point where Olayinka Babalola stands, the flag of the Federal Republic of Nigeria will fly high. My dear friends, welcome the flag of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Nigerian flag. The police band, please, matching the Nigerian flag. My dear friends, receive your flag with pride. Receive your flag with gratitude, and receive your flag with joy. The Nigerian flag, please. Salute to our flag. Let's match in that flag with dignity and the pride that it deserves. Fellow Rotarians, the national anthem. I don't know if you felt the goosebumps, but I felt them. I felt them. We celebrate our past district governors. Our Chairman Council of Governors, past district governor Henry Ejimodu. He served in the year 1997-1998. He is of the Rotary Club of Warri. His theme was Show Rotary Dream. Fellow Rotarians, welcome PDG Henry Ejumadu of the Rotary Club of Warri. Past District Governor Joshua Hassan. He served in 1998-1999 when Rotary asked us to follow our Rotary dream. Past District Governor Joshua Hassan. My dear friends, please welcome Past District Governor Charles Onyewa. He served in the year 2013-2014 with Rotary International. Please welcome Past District Governor Charles Lawani. He is in here. He served in the year 2006-2007 with Rotary International President William Boyd. His theme was Lead the Way. Please keep that applause going as we welcome Past District Governor Charles Onyewa, who served in the year 2013-14 with Ron Button, and he asked us to engage Rotary and change lives. Fellow Rotarians, we have royalty in the room. His Royal Majesty, Noble Eshemeton. He served in the year 2014-2015 when he asked us to light up Rotary. My dear friends, please welcome the Passion Queen. She served in the year 2015-2016 when Rotary asked us to be a gift to the world. And if your hands are not busy, the Pioneer District Governor of Rotary District 9141, the Mad Governor, Rotary making a difference. And please, along with him, welcome Past District Rotary Representative Bosse Elias. Bosse PDR, is she here? Please join your governor on stage. PDR Bosse, please. Fellow Rotarians and my dear friends, please make welcome PDR Bosse Elias. My dear friends, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Past District Governor Nze Anizo, the Innovator-in-Chief, he served in the year 2019-2020 with Rotary International President Mark Maloney. He is of the Rotary Club of Trans-Amadi, and he asked us to connect the world. My dear friends, 1,000 watts of transformer energy. The COVID governor who served when Rotary opened opportunities, Past District Governor Virginia Major. And please, along with her, make welcome PDR Tony Ugomure. He served in 2020-2021. Fellow Rotarians, the man who consolidated, please make welcome Ripper himself, Past District Governor Andy Uwajen, and his lovely wife, Lady J. They served in the year 2021-2022 when they served to change lives. Fellow Rotarians, the Rejuvenator Governor, the governor who asked us to imagine Rotary and its numerous possibilities. Please welcome Past District Governor Mighty Man Ayedikuro, the Rotary Club of Yenagua, and his spouse, Past Assistant Governor Blessing Ayedikuro. I see that we have Past Rotary Representative Solomon Chooks, who served in 2020-2021. You ought to have come on with your governor. Fellow Rotarians, please make welcome the Appreciator Governor, Past District Governor Emeke Utubo of the Rotary Club of Agbo, who asked us to create hope in the world. District Governor and my dear friends, our leaders, please take a bow. Thank you, our leaders.
All right, thank you very much. We are Rotarians. We are Rotarians, serving all humanity. We are the ones who help to bring hope. We are the key, yes, we are the key. Come and join us. Join the world of Rotary. Give your time, your weight and talent. Come and join us, come and serve. Rotary answers. We build goodwill and friendship and benefit. Come and join us.
Join us, join the world of Rotary.
Give your time,
the wealth of talent.
come and join
us. Come and serve.
The more we are together, the more
we are together, the happier we shall be.
For your friends
are my friends,
and my friends
are your friends. Together, the happier we shall be.
Fellow Rotarians, and if you remember that year in 2014, 2015, just like that, here am I, send me. Here am I, send me. If Rotary needs somebody, here am I,
send me.
Here am I, send me. Here am I,
send me.
If Rotary needs somebody, here am I, send me. Thank you. Fellow Rotarians and friends, in 2025-2026, Rotary District 9141 sent District Governor Anthony Osareti Moire and the results have been outstanding. You'll agree with me, fellow Rotarians, it's been a promise year, premium or nothing. The governor has worked so hard to take the district to the next level. As at today, your district, my district, is fourth in the entire Rotary world in the area of membership. And number one in Africa. This morning, to give us the state of the district, to tell us how we have fared in this Rotary year, with all your support as Rotarians, with your efforts in ensuring that the district continues to move forward. Permit me, dear friends and fellow Rotarians, to bring
Dollars in town.
Now so.
Now you know. Now you know.
Let's go there. Ababola.
How much is money? It's nothing. Ballin', ballin'.
Now so.
Premium or nothing.
Now so.
Now you know. Now you know.
Now so you there. Now today. Bombo. Now so. That's how we roll it in 914.
Undefeated, undisputed, all of those, luxury or nothing. Money is talking.
All right.
Money is talking. Blessings on blessings.
Now so.
How much is money? Ballin', ballin'. Premium or nothing. Now you know. Now you know. Now you know. Now you know.
Now so. Now so. All right, let's make the way. Now so, when you work hard, you play hard. It's allowed, it's allowed. DJ. Thank you very much, Rotary, and thank you, Promax President. Thank you. Now your power.
All that
Thank
energy
you.
in the room, eh? And just before the Promax governor, and just before the Promax governor speaks, we have royal presence in the room. Can I invite Past District Governor Ikponwosa Okemudia to properly introduce our royal guests?
We have representatives from the palace of the Oba of Benin. Very high delegation. Natural fact, when I saw our fathers, I was a bit frightened because this high delegation from the palace, led by Chief Edionwe Oliha, the Oliha of Benin Kingdom. He came here with him is the Olaye of Benin, Chief Edegbe Ugbogbo. And Chief Osaigbovo is Osamoyi, the Akenuwa of Benin. And also the Oba Isiwa of Benin, Chief Victor Asiriwa, JP. Baba wa lamogo, you know, what happened all the while.
Well, where's the Rotary International President's representative, the Secretary General and Chief Executive Officer of Rotary International and the Foundation, John Yoko. I want to formally welcome you to Benin. Thank you. And your lovely spouse, Maga. Thank you. It's been nice 4 days so far. You ain't seen nothing yet, I can promise you. This is just the tip of the iceberg. My lovely spouse, Teresa Warren. Please, a round of applause for her. Teresa has seen trials and tribulations this 1 year. Teresa has been denied of her husband this 1 year. Teresa, you know it was for a good cause. We reconcile. My own trustee, where will I start from? Well, anytime I see your spouse, I'm happy. Because, in fact, I will introduce your spouse first before I introduce you. Permit me. Sir Kingsley Okoro, I want to specially recognize you. Please clap for him. Sometimes I sit down and wonder if reverse was the case, Teresa was trustee and I was the spouse, what will happen? I can understand what Mr. Kingsley Okoro is going through. Only me understand though. My trustee, Ijoma Pearl Okoro, thank you for everything you do, for all the push from the background. A lot of people don't see that. My council chair, I especially recognize you, PDJ Jumudo. It has been fantastic. Please clap for him, please. It has been fantastic working with you for the past 1 year. All my amiable past district governors here present, I especially recognize you all. I know what it takes to be here. Thank you for coming. His Royal Highness, I appreciate your presence. My dear RR, please clap for him. He has seen Promax fire this year. I know Paul cannot wait till June 30th. He wants to hand over. I know what the feeling is. My district governor-elect, my namesake and brother, Anthony Chibweze Olika Agu, and your lovely spouse. You know, a lot of you don't know what Olika Agu means in Igbo. I think it's lion. Correct me if I'm wrong. Eh? The one that eats lion. Eats like a lion. Okay. So I'm right. You see, when Olika Agu was announced as district governor-elect, I pitied this district. You people did not know what you did by nominating Tony Wogeren. Then you had the audacity to nominate another Tony. I pray for this district in the next 2 years. District governor nominee, Percy Okoje. Please, a round of applause for him. They were part of my wonderful troika. I need to acknowledge them. Thank you for all your support throughout this year. Our newest entrance into the block, we call him Fresh Fish in the troika. District Governor nominee designate, Patrick Chika Oya. Our highly revered chiefs that are here representing the great Omonoba of Benin, of the great Picnic Kingdom, you are welcome. And fellow Rotarians, information reaching me is that the Inspector General of Police himself is in Benin. Is on his way to this conference now. To all my Promax presidents, are you in this hall? Please clap for them. I know a lot of them cannot say it out, but I know they can't wait till June 30th. Abi? It has been, It has indeed been a wonderful year. Thank you for all your support. I love you.
To all my assistant governors, are you here in this hall? Please stand up for recognition if you're in the hall. Thank you. I know it has been tough. I know a lot of you will write a book working with me. I know one specifically has told me that I have worried him more than every other person has worried him in his entire life. Thank you for all your support. My district executive secretary. Come, let them see you and take a bow. Please clap for her. John, this has been one of my pillars this year, my secretary. Please clap for her. She has denied herself of our personal interest and put Rotary above our personal interest. She doesn't sleep. At 2 a.m., 3 a.m., when I remember something, I send a message that she will reply in the morning. At 3:30 a.m., I get a reply. She has been on top of the game, part of this success. Kelechi, thank you. I can't thank you enough. Rotary will thank you. Thank you. To my district membership chair, treasurer, and all my management team for this Rotary year, thank you. I recognize you all specially. I can't see some of them in the hall now. My dear Rotarians, are you in the hall? Please, if you're in the hall, make some noise. Thank you for the opportunity to lead you this year. And our distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to present the state of the district. To show you what we've done this year. John, I can tell you that since the beginning of the year, prior to the beginning of the year, a lot of planning was done. And what looked like a tough targets and goals that we set for ourselves became very easy as we were going on, because it was tough at the beginning trying to move the wheels and spin the wheels in the direction of which we want it. But I'm happy to make this presentation to you today to tell you the significant strides we have achieved. This is my presentation, 15th of May 2026, by my humble self, Anthony Wogren, on the state of the district. Okay, permit me, give me a minute. I heard the IG is here. Please, let's receive him. Let's trust him. Please, let's stand up and welcome the Inspector General of Police, Nigeria, Rotarian, Olatunji Rewano Disu. Thank you. Welcome, my IGP. I already introduced you before you came, but I think I will repeat it. Please, everybody in this hall, hello. Thank you. Please, I want you all to do me a favor. Just be upstanding for a minute and give our IGP a round of applause. Is that the best we can do? Yes, he's not hearing us. Thank you. Thank you, we can see it. I will tell you why I said you should give me a round of applause. When he was appointed as Inspector General of Police, being a Rotarian in our district, District 9141,
He is a member of the Rotary Club of Port Harcourt. We went to Abuja to pay him a visit, a courtesy call, and the reception was very warm. He received us with his entire management team, and I used the opportunity to inform him that he will be our guest speaker at today's formal opening of our district conference. All I saw him do was nod. He brought out a small notebook and wrote it down. I didn't do follow-up. I sent people just a reminder to check. I was told the IGP said he will come. And he has kept to his word as a Rotarian and is here. Do you know the beauty about it? I know that the president needs him every minute. So for him to be here in Benin, we have to appreciate that fact. Please, another round of applause for him. Thank you for coming, my IGP. So back to the state of the district. Please pick up the slide. Okay, next slide. So, John, we started the year July 1, 2025 with a total membership of 3,805 members in District 9141. As of today, 15 May 2026, we have a total of 4,635 Rotarians in our district. With a net gain of 830 members. If you recall, we set a goal of 1,000 net gain for this Rotary year. We are just 170 away, if my mathematics is correct. And I can tell you we will achieve it before June. In terms of clubs, we started the year on July 1 with 152 clubs in District 9141. And we have brought in new babies. We have a total of 178 clubs now, which translates to 26 new Rotary clubs in District 9141 this year. It might suffice you to note that we set a goal of 30 new clubs this year, but with the indices I'm saying, we are going to go above 30 this year. The 30 might be achieved this May, and we still have June to go. In terms of retention, we have a retention year to date of 88.95% of members in Rotary. Next slide. This is the breakdown. By ELSA, we started at 169. We are at 177 now. We had a gain of 8 members. In Edo, clap for yourself, Edo. Edo again. We started the year with 615 members in Edo. We have moved to 839 now with a net gain of 224. In Delta, we started with 1242. We're at 1388 now with a net gain of 146 Rotarians. In Rivers, oh yeah. We started with 1,779. As of today, we are 2,228 members in Rivers, with a net gain of 452. As I said earlier, that's our variance, 170. We'll close it out by the grace of God. Next slide. This district membership status by clubs. Next slide. These are all the clubs with the net gain this year. Basically for Bayelsa State, topping the charts is Yenegua, Rotary Club of Yenegua, with a net gain of 8. Yenegua Sunshine with 3, and Oxbow Lake with 3, and Yenegua Towers with 2. Next slide. For Delta State, Rotary Club of Warri is topping the charts with 11 net gain. Asaba Downtown with 8. GRA with 7, with Central, and Asaba Central with 6, and Government House with 5. Next slide. In Edo State, can you guess who is leading in terms of net gain? Please clap for yourselves. John, I might suffice you to note that during the installation of Archie Central, they brought in 51 new members into Rotary on installation day. Significant record. Is the president of Archie Central here with the members? Please take a bow. Stand up for recognition. Thank you. Followed by Bini GRA with 14, Urban with 9, Archie Metropolitan with 7, Ira Frontline with 7. Next slide. In Rivers State, is the president and members of Spring Garden here? Are you here? Please stand up for recognition. This is a club that started quietly this Rotary year, and they've started climbing in terms of membership. From the records you can see, they have a net gain of 20 as of today. And they've told me personally that they will double their membership before June 30th. Please clap for them. Port Harcourt Cosmopolitan with 14. Please clap for them. That's Ibim's club. And Iwo, is Iwo around? Thank you very much. Port Harcourt Midtown, are you here? I was wondering if they're not here. Please clap for yourselves. Another club that has moved on very well this year, significant growth in terms of membership and foundation. You'll see the details as we go along. Port Harcourt GRA, are you here? Please, a round of applause for them. Net gain of 13. If I don't announce this club, what will I gain? Do I gain anything? Who is the next club? The home club of the district governor, Rotary Club of Port Harcourt Harefield, net gain of 12. And Phoenix 12, Port Harcourt East 11, Creekview 9. Next slide. So for the optics, in Rivers State, as of today, we have 78 clubs, and 57 clubs have given us a gain in membership, showing a 73% progress. In Delta, out of the 59 clubs, 29 clubs have given us a gain in membership, showing a 49% progress. And we have 6 new clubs. In Rivers, 11. And in Bayelsa, 5 clubs out of the 10 has given us a net gain in membership. That number of 0 new club will change before the end of the week or early next week. A club is coming from Bayelsa. In Edo, out of the 31 clubs in Edo, 19 has given us a gain in membership, giving us a 61% progress, 9 new clubs, no loss. Next slide. These are the new clubs we have chartered this year. Is the president of Rotary Club of Benin Urban and all the members, please be upstanding. Are they here? Please take a bow. They are leading in terms of club chartering. They brought in 3 new clubs this Rotary year. Please clap for them. They actually started the year with the first club, Benin Urban, and they told me before the year started that, Governor, we are going to give you 5 new clubs this year. And they are keeping to their word. Next is Rotary Club of Bini Etete. Bini Ekewa Icons, are you here? Thank you. Rotary Club of Port Harcourt Diamond, the first club in Port Harcourt this Rotary year, chartered by Port Harcourt Dolphins and Top Health. Rotary Club of Ugbowo Icons, again by Bini Urban. Then Rotary Club of John, I know you've been hearing Promax. You've been hearing the word Promax. So let me put some story behind it. Before the year started, we said, what do we want to be known for this year? Collectively with my presidents and the assistant governors, we decided
we want to relate it to the iPhone. You know the iPhone? The Pro Max is the highest on the iPhone. We said we're going to be a Pro Max here. My club, incidentally, decided to form a new club with Rotary Club of Port Harcourt Pro Max. So please take note of that club when you hear it. We have the Rotary Club of Port Harcourt Premium that helped us, that new club that was chartered by Port Harcourt, Abuloma, and Port Harcourt North. We have the Rotary Club of LMA that was sponsored by the Rotary Club Port Harcourt Express. And we have a new online club, Rotary Club of Central Africa District 9141. Is May here? She in the hall. Where's she? Please stand up for recognition. Please, a round of applause for her. Our online member, she came all the way from Cameroon. Please clap for her. We have the Rotary Club of Port Harcourt International. John, there's a story behind this. My club, Rotary Club of Port Harcourt, Rebisi Kingdom, 3 years ago, carried out a wash project at the airport, built a brand new toilet facility at the airport for passengers. Incidentally, the airports we have, the toilets we have are inside the airports. So there was no provision for people that are outside of the airports that cannot gain access. So the club took it upon themselves to carry out a project and delivered a wash project outside of the airport, within the airport compound. That drew attention of Rotary at the airport. All the workers now said they want to join and form a Rotary Club. That's how the Rotary Club of Port Harcourt International came to life. Sponsored by Rotary Club of Port Harcourt APC Kingdom. Is the president here? Thank you. Next, Rotary Club of Aochi Prestige, sponsored by Aochi Hilltop. Rotary Club of Benin Ubo, sponsored by Benin Metropolitan. Is the president here? Please, another round of applause. They've given us 2 clubs this year. Thank you, Benin Metropolitan. Rotary Club of Okpe, sponsored by Efurun Gateway. Are they here? Thank you. Rotary Club of Udu Treasure by Plantation City. Rotary Club of Warri Trailblazers by Ubeji. Rotary Club of eBay Promax by Aochi Metropolitan. Is Aochi Metropolitan? Are they here? Then, this year, as part of our new club models, we have a breakfast club. Rotary Club of Ekman Sunrise was formed. They meet on Saturday mornings, have breakfast, have their meeting, and they disperse for the weekend. We have our first club in Asaba this Rotary year, Rotary Club of Asaba New Wave Pro Max. Please, a round of applause for them too. Next slide. We have another club from the Rotary Club of Port Harcourt Airfield, Rotary Club of Port Harcourt Trailblazers. We have the Rotary Club of Benin Iriri from Benin Metropolitan. Then it might interest you to note, John, a new club that was formed this Rotary year said they didn't want to expand. They gave birth to a new club. Rotary Club of Udu Treasure gave us Rotary Club of Okwakoko. It's a community-based club. They all reside in that particular community, and they decided to form a club. Why I'm giving you these names so that you know them down. Now watch out for them. They are coming. Rotary Club of Egware Garden City, sponsored by Ekoma. Thank you. Rotary Club of Benin Sports by Benin Urban. That is our latest club. That's the baby now. My suffice you to know, John, is because of the discount going on. Tomorrow morning, we would have joined them. They normally meet on Saturday mornings. They carry out sports exercise. After that, they meet. Brand new club. They are all sports runners. Rotary Club of Akpajo Nectus. Is Rotary Club of Port Harcourt Phoenix here? The president and members are here. They went to a particular area in Rivers and discovered a club for us. We have the Rotary Club of Port Harcourt Endless, formed by Rotary Club of Port Harcourt Metropolitan. And this year, I was intentional in where the trainings will hold. We have an island in our district called Bonny Island. I noticed they've not hosted any event this Rotary year since the beginning of the district. I decided to take the first training, district team learning seminar there. That singular act, John, gave us a new club. Rotary Club of Pinima Bonnie. Then, Yinka's club said they don't want to be left out of the game. They have to be part of it. And you know Yinka is coming July 1. So they've chartered the Rotary Club of Port Harcourt Citadel. Is the president and members here? Please stand up for recognition. Thank you. Now we move to the Rotary Foundation. As of today, we have a total giving year to date of $628,486,000 to the Rotary Foundation. Annual fund, we have given $273,553.33. Polio Plus Fund. John, we don't joke with polio in Nigeria. And my district are the number one in Africa. Year to date, we have contributed $300,000, $304,000 in excess to the Polio Plus. And I can tell you, it's going to go up more. Endowment Fund, we have contributed $46,662. Other funds, $1,724. And this year, our Rotaractors don't want to be left out of the game. They have contributed their own bit to the foundation, $2,000 that gave us the overall sum. Next slide. In terms of the clubs, top 10 overall giving for this Rotary year as of today. We have Rotary Club of Port Harcourt Airfield, my club, leading with $84,453. Auchi Central, $53,581. Transamadi in third with $38,414. Ejeba, $29,000. Abuloma, $28,000. Port Harcourt, $25,000. Plantation City, $20,000. Midtown, $19,000. Asaba Metropolitan, $17,000. And Ira Frontline, $15,000. Those are the top 10 clubs. Next slide. In terms of annual fund, these are the top 10 clubs. My club again is leading 25, Abuloma 20, and Auchi Central 19. Transamadi 12, Ejeba 12, all the way down. Next slide. Polio Plus Fund, my club again is leading in polio, $55,000 to the foundation, $28,000 to the Auchi Central, Transamadi 21, Port Harcourt 20, Ejeba 16, Midtown 14. Next slide. In the endowment fund, Asaba Metropolitan, which is the club of your aid, PDG and the WJM, they are leading with $10,000. Auchi Central is second with 6, Transamadi with 4, Airfield with 3, Metropolitan 3, Frontline 2, and ABC 2. Next slide. For other funds, same Garden City, East, Downtown, Odilimedo, Foreign Center. Next slide. For the Rotary clubs, these are the top 10 Rotary clubs. Rivers New City leading, Township, Ejeba, Spring Gardens, Akpo Kingdom, Osubi, with their respective contributions. Service projects, next slide. You saw one yesterday in Benin. This is in Warri, Rotary Club of Ogunu. Donation of decks to a secondary school in Ogunu. Next, planting of economic trees. Next. This is a disease and prevention treatment project where people's eyes were checked free of charge. And also in maternal child health, we went to a healthcare center and presented birthing materials to newborn babies and their mom. Peace and peace building conflict resolution projects, go ahead. Provision of safe water. It might interest you to note that we provided water to many communities and schools this Rotary year. And this is a fantastic project done by Rebisi Kingdom. Provision of 10 grinding cassava machines in Ahoda. The community, the main thing they do is cassava planting, and they don't have the facilities to grind them. The club has intervened. John, I think this will interest you to know. I've immunized the baby, and the baby was talking with me. Give me 2 drops. And I gave the baby the 2 drops. Finally, my dear friends in service, Our challenge is on until June 30th. So let us continue to intentionally unite our beloved District 9141 for the good of humanity by growing our membership base in our respective clubs, making our clubs irresistible, contributing to the Rotary Foundation, engaging our Rotarians with worthwhile initiatives and ventures, and by chartering new clubs, especially in undeserved areas. Thank you.
Thank you, District Governor. Tony, can you put your hands together, please? And while District Governor Tony was speaking, we were privileged to have His Excellency, the Governor of Edo State, walk into the hall. Very distinguished Rotarians, please, it would be a great thing if you could please be upstanding, and let's welcome the Governor of Edo State, very ably represented by the Commissioner for Finance of Edo State, Engineer Emmanuel Okebo. Thank you, sir. You're very welcome, sir. Thank you. Fellow Rotarians, the Rotary International District Conference is the flagship of every Rotary district. For that event, the Rotary International President will send a personal representative to conference. This year, Rotary International District 9141 is privileged to have a very distinguished gentleman come in to represent the Rotary International President. But you know, when you have such a distinguished personality, then you really need another distinguished personality to introduce him. Fellow Rotarians, this gentleman is someone who has caught, and indeed who has earned his shirt in every sphere of human endeavor. He is a Rotarian who has indeed stood tall in his professional life, in his personal life, and in his business life. He's won multiple awards as a Rotarian. He won the Rotary International Club Builder Award, the Service Above Self Award. He's attended numerous, indeed 15 Rotary International Conventions, 5 Rotary Zonal Institutes, and project fairs across West Africa and beyond. Were you trying to put your hands together? He's a level 4 major donor. He is a Rotary Foundation benefactor. He's a Paul Harris Society member. He's a Bequest Society member. He was Best Assistant Governor in District 9140 in 2016-2017. He has served, currently serving, as the Assistant Regional Rotary Foundation Coordinator for Zone 22, Region 27. He was a district governor who made his mark saying, "I'd like to consolidate on the gains of the past." Fellow Rotarians, he serves as Vice Chairperson of the Nigeria National Polio Plus Committee. Starting from July 1, he will be serving as Rotary Regional Foundation Coordinator for Region 27, Zone 22. In case you haven't even figured out who it is, he is an aspiring Ashclum Society member, and I suspect that will happen sooner than later. Can you put your hands together for past District Governor Andy Uweje? He will introduce Rotary International President's Rep to conference. Please keep clapping if you don't mind. Keep the applause going, guys. And Andy will bring on the next guy.
Thank you very much. Ebem, you made me look like a very important person. Thank you for all that you said about me. Our district governor, Rotary International Special Representative to our conference, the governor of Edo State, ably represented by the Commissioner and our esteemed Inspector General of Police, all the way from Abuja, had to leave all official engagement for him to be here with us today. We are so proud of this demonstration of commitment to the ideals of Rotary. Our leaders, our past district governors, before I am accused of breaching protocol, let me not forget my darling sister, our trustee, the Passion Queen, and his handsome husband. Thank you for being here. All other leaders, Rotarians, Rotaractors, ladies and gentlemen, like you've been told, it is practically impossible for the Rotary International President to be in all district conferences. And so he appoints one of us to represent him. And today we have a very distinguished personality. I am talking about somebody we often say his name and his signature as far as the business of Rotary is concerned. I am talking about John Iko. So my job here today is quite simple. I am the heir to the Rotary International President, representative to our district conference. And so my job is to introduce and to present to you John Iko. John Iko is the General Secretary and the Chief Executive Officer of Rotary International and the Rotary Foundation. The Rotary Foundation, the Rotary International and Rotary Foundation, this is an organization of over 1.4 million Rotarians who are scattered across 200 countries and geographical areas worldwide. He assumed office on the 1st of July 2011, and he has since played a pivotal role in strengthening Rotary's global impact, strategic growth, and international partnerships. A lawyer by profession, an accomplished international executive, John Iko possesses extensive experience in law, diplomacy, governance, economic development. Before joining Rotary in 2011, he served as Vice President for Operation and Compact Development at the Millennium Challenge Corporation, MCC, a United States government foreign agency focused on reducing global poverty through sustained economic development. Prior to his role at MCC, John Iko was a partner at the international law firm Baker and McKinsey, where he specialized in international corporate transactions and represented multinational corporations and government across Central and Eastern Europe. He also worked closely with the governments of Ukraine and other emerging democracies in constitutional reform, legal restructuring, and economic transformation projects following the collapse of the Soviet Union. John Iko earned a Juris Doctor's degree from the prestigious Harvard Law School and a bachelor's from Hamilton College. He also studied at the University of Kyiv in Ukraine, reflecting his outstanding interest and involvement in Eastern European affairs. Under his leadership, Rotary expanded its humanitarian reach, strengthened its digital transformation, promoted membership growth and diversity, and deepened partnership with organizations such as World Health Organization, the United Nations, the Gates Foundation, the UNICEF in the global fight against polio. As General Secretary, ECO oversees Rotary Global Operations, staff administration, strategic implementation, and support of clubs and districts worldwide. Is widely respected for his visionary leadership, commitment to service, dedication to the advancement of Rotary's mission of creating lasting change across the world. Nico is here not alone, but with his beautiful wife, Margarita, fondly called Maga. This beautiful couple got married in December 1987. After getting married in sunny Santa Fe, Argentina, John joked that Maga was probably the first and the last Argentine to take honeymoon in Moscow. They moved to Soviet Union just 2 weeks after their wedding, so John could help to open the first officially accredited law firm in Moscow. John has other things that he does, and this includes his passion for cycling. But I'd like to tell you something that might interest you. On August 23rd, 1991, the day before Ukraine formally declared independence, political leaders had no access to a copyright machine for their critical decrees. All night, our Rotary International representative, John Iko, worked all through the nights to make, with the small photocopier that he had in his possession, and was able to print over 400 copies for the Parliament. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Rotarians, it gives me great pleasure and honor to present and welcome the Rotary International representative to our conference, John Iko. Thank you very much.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. And thank you so much, Past District Governor Andy, for that very kind and overly generous welcome. Also like to thank Governor Tony and Tess for the opportunity to be here, and also to thank Andy and Juliet for your help when we arrived in Abuja earlier this week, and now during our stay here in Benin City. Personally, it's great to be back in Nigeria after a very, very long hiatus. The last time I was in your country was in 1981. I'd finished my graduate work at Oxford University in the UK, and with a group of friends, we bought a truck from the British Army at a surplus auction in Nottingham, and then we drove that truck from London down to Cape Town. It was a journey that took about 9 months, and at the time, I was only able to travel through the north of Nigeria, Kano, Maiduguri, and then into northern Cameroon. So it's great to finally have the opportunity to see the south of the country, especially here in this beautiful city of Benin, the capital of Edo State. I'd also like to offer a huge congratulations to Governor Tony, Chair Mahdi, and your team for putting together really an outstanding conference program. Well done. And also for putting together a really incredible program for Marga and me over the past few days, both in Abuja and here in Benin. So Tony, thank you so much. And it's also an enormous pleasure for Marga and me to be here in District 9141 because it's the home of next year's Rotary International President, Yinka Babalola. And it's also the home of Trustee Pearl. And I really want to thank Pearl for her really outstanding work as a trustee of the Rotary Foundation. She is, we have a saying in English, she is a pistol. And if you need anything to get done, as you all know, Pearl is the person to turn to. So thank you again, Pearl, for all that you've done and continue to do for Rotary. And I think that all of the Rotarians in District 9141 in Nigeria and frankly the African continent can be incredibly proud of Yinka's election as president of Rotary International, and I and all of my colleagues in the Secretariat look forward to working with him and next year's board in moving our great organization to even greater heights. IGDSU, thank you so much for being with us, and I look forward to hearing your comments later in the program. And of course, a huge thanks to all of you, the participants at this conference, for your dedication to Rotary over the many years. As the largest district in Nigeria with over now 4,600 Rotary members, you are clearly leading the way. And as we just heard from Governor Tony in his report, you're leading the way in terms of strong membership growth, outstanding projects, and increased giving to the Rotary Foundation. So thank you for all that you do. And so I'd like to open this district conference in terms of my remarks and bring you warm greetings from President Francesco Arezzo and his wife, Ana Maria. President Francesco asked me to convey to you his appreciation for the outstanding service and success of your district during this Rotary year, and for embracing, through your projects and your activities, his message of Unite for Good. Now, before launching into my remarks about Rotary's future and its strategic priorities and direction, I thought it'd be helpful to talk a bit about what I do and about the Rotary International Secretariat. As Andy mentioned, I became your General Secretary in July of 2011, so this is my 15th year as your General Secretary. And it's been an incredible opportunity and experience. And as you know, Rotary's world headquarters are located in Evanston, Illinois, in the United States. It's a town just abuts the north of Chicago. We own our own 18-story building. We bought the building back in the 1980s, and it's proven to be a great investment for Rotary International. We use half the building for our purposes, for Rotary purposes, and we lease the other half out. And that lease proceeds that we get helps defray the operating expenses of Rotary International. And as your General Secretary, I have the privilege of leading an incredible team of 800 professionals. We have about 600 some employees at World Headquarters in Evanston and another 200 some in our 7 offices outside the United States. The office in Zurich in Switzerland is the office that supports Europe, the Middle East, and you, the African Rotarians. But we also have offices in Sao Paulo, in Delhi, in Pune, in Japan, in Korea, and Australia. And Rotary maintains the Secretariat, that infrastructure I just talked about, from part of the annual dues that you pay, that each of you pay every year to Rotary International. And given that our volunteer structure is really designed to be discontinuous, the staff, the secretariat, and I, we really represent continuity in Rotary. Because as you know, our volunteer leadership changes every year. The club presidents change every year. The district governors change every year. Rotary International president changes every year. Half of the Rotary International Board of Directors change every year. And so the Secretariat, I and my colleagues, we maintain the institutional memory. We know what worked in the past and what didn't work in the past. We maintain the vast Rotary global infrastructure. For example, Rotary works in dozens of currencies, and we have over 125 bank accounts around the world. We publish in more than 30 languages. We maintain the Rotary International website. We approve the over 1,000 global and district grants every year. We develop the learning materials. We organize the International Assembly, where we train our governor-elects, and we organize the annual Rotary International Convention, which this year will be held in Taipei. We support your efforts in membership growth. We support your efforts in giving to the Rotary Foundation and literally hundreds of other activities that Rotary needs to carry out in order to function. So hopefully this will give you a sense of my role and that of the Rotary Secretariat. I encourage all of you to come visit us in Evanston. We receive delegations from around the world all year round. Let us know that you're coming. We can organize a tour of the Rotary International headquarters building for you. And there's much more Rotary things to do in Chicago. As you know, the first Rotary Club was founded in Chicago in 1905 by Paul Harris. Marga is a past president of Chicago 1. They meet on Tuesdays at noon. So when you come visit us at One Rotary Center, you can then do a makeup meeting at Chicago 1. Then you can visit the Paul Harris home that's on the south side of Chicago. This is really the place where many of the key historic events of Rotary took place. The Chicago Rotarians have renovated the home to the state it was in when Paul Harris passed away. You can come visit the Paul Harris home. And then Paul is buried. The Paul Harris grave is about 1 kilometer away from the Paul Harris home. And the Rotarians in Chicago have done a fantastic job of organizing his grave. You can buy a brick in commemoration of someone. I bought a brick to commemorate my father, who was a 35-year Rotarian. And what's interesting is Paul Harris's grave is about 30 meters from the grave of the founder of Lions. And I have to tell you that Paul's grave is a heck of a lot nicer than the founder of Lions. So even in death, the friendly rivalry between Lions and Paul is winning that friendly rivalry between our fellow service organization, the Lions. So I'd like to begin my formal remarks by sharing my thoughts with you on the state of Rotary and its future from a global perspective, especially as it regards membership. Now, Governor Tony just provided you with the state of the district, and I'd like to zoom out a bit and provide you with a global overview of where our organization stands and where it is headed. And as you know, every year the United States President gives a State of the Union address to the U.S. Congress. And certainly, as far as I can remember, they all tend to start their speeches with something along the lines of, "My fellow Americans, the state of our union is strong." And so let me continue in that vein and state that, my fellow Rotarians, the state of Rotary is strong, and our future is very, very bright. And I say that in part because of the great things that are happening in Rotary here in Nigeria and in Africa. And what's happening here is what really gives me great optimism for our great organization's future. You know, this district, the Promax district, is a perfect example. 830 new members. That's absolutely outstanding, with more to come. 26 new clubs, 178 total clubs in the district. almost unprecedented in the Rotary world. Fantastic projects that you're doing. Again, a clear example that District 9141, Nigeria, and Africa are not only rising, you have risen. You have risen and you're showing the way. And I was particularly impressed when Governor Tony was going through the foundation giving that your Rotaractors, $2,500. That is a lot of money for our Rotaractors. I want to thank them for their support of the Rotary Foundation. And perhaps I could just digress for just a moment to talk about the Rotary Foundation. You know, as I travel the Rotary world and this continent, very often I encounter a myth that the money that you give to the Rotary Foundation is then used somewhere in North America or in Europe. It really goes to the Oibo. And that is a myth. The vast, vast majority of the funding that goes to the Rotary Foundation goes back as grants to the Global South. Goes back as grants to the Global South. $150 million goes to polio eradication, and some of it will go to our Rotary Endowment, and the rest goes back in terms of grants to Rotary clubs and districts around the world. And again, the vast, vast majority go to the Global South. In fact, here in Nigeria, we have a $9 million project for the Rotary Healthy Communities Challenge as part of a $30 million grant that we've received from the Gates Foundation. $2 million were given to Nigeria as the second program of scale, the Together for Healthy Families. And of course, all of the funding that goes to global grants and district grants to not only Nigeria, but to Africa and the Global South writ large. So again, when you give to the Rotary Foundation, you're giving to yourselves because the vast, vast majority of the funding comes back to the Global South. I know there's a very famous movie here, Now You Know. So now you know. I just talked about some of the positives that are happening in Rotary around the world, especially here on the African continent. But I do have to be honest with you that we do have some global challenges. And I'll get to those challenges in a minute. But first, I thought it might be helpful to summarize where we stand today as an organization from a global perspective. And the story is very simple and very positive. Operationally, we weathered the COVID years really without missing a beat. And now, as life has returned to the new normal, I can say with a great deal of confidence that from an operational standpoint, our organization is in a very, very strong position. Fundraising, yes. Fundraising. During and since the COVID period, we have broken all of our fundraising records on a global level. In this past Rotary year, we set a record of raising more than $550 million. Thanks to support from districts such as yours. Last year, we achieved our goal of increasing the Rotary Foundation endowment. The goal was to increase it to $2.025 billion. We actually surpassed it and reached $2.050 billion. There's also a great deal of concern that we'd suffer a significant decrease in membership as a result of the COVID pandemic. And thankfully, and surprisingly to many of us, we did not see a huge drop in our global membership. In our financial position, the RI and TRF reserves remain very high, putting us not only in a position to weather similar crises in the future, but also to be able to have significant funds to invest in our future. And so the current state of Rotary, as I speak to you tonight, this afternoon, from an operational and financial perspective, again, if looked at from the global perspective, from a global level, is very, very strong. And now for the challenges. You know, I think we can all agree that Rotary is an incredible organization. And the tremendous success that Rotary is seeing here in Africa, Nigeria, and in this district is a shining example for the Rotary world at large for what success needs to look like. But if we look at our organization from a global perspective, we can see that there are regions that are not seeing the same level of success that you're experiencing here in Nigeria. And this is particularly true when we talk about membership. And so in my opinion, the greatest global challenge we face is membership. And this is an issue it's not new to Rotary. We've been talking about it for years. Our global membership has been flat at 1.2 million members now for over 20 years. And that's only due to the significant membership growth we're seeing in Asia, Africa, and parts of Eastern Europe such as Ukraine. But in the US, Canada, Australia, the UK, New Zealand, Argentina, Sweden, and other parts of the world, we have a membership crisis. For example, for the first time in Rotary's history, Rotarians in North America have fallen below 30% of the worldwide total. And of course, it was 100% when Rotary was founded back in 1905. In 10 years, if the current trends continue, North America will be at 15%, and Asia will be at 50% of our membership. Now, the growth we're seeing in Africa and in Asia is fantastic, and that growth needs to continue. But our greatest strategic challenge, I would argue, is to grow Rotary everywhere. In addition, over the past few years, on a global level, we've averaged about 150,000 new members to Rotary every year. We've also lost 150,000 members every year. And so in some ways, we have the perfect storm of dramatic loss of membership in key Rotary areas, coupled with a general global challenge of retaining those who actually decided to join our organization. I think in addition, we need to recognize that Rotary is changing. And that form of change is different in different parts of the world. Different regions of the Rotary world are evolving differently. And solutions that might work in one part of the world or in one part of a region or in a given country may not work in another. So what do we do? And here let me propose that our actions going forward to address our challenges should be guided by two concepts that are, in my view, critical to Rotary's future. And again, from a global perspective. And those two concepts are innovation and revolution in Rotary. And I think we all know the famous quote from our great founder, Paul Harris. Rotary needs to be evolutionary at all times and revolutionary at times. And I would argue that looking at Rotary from a global perspective, the time to be innovative and revolutionary is now. And I would also argue that even though Africa is a great Rotary success story, one can always improve, always move forward, and that these concepts are relevant for this continent and this district as well. Now, innovation and revolution need to occur at all levels of our organization, at the level of Rotary International, at the regional level, at the district level, and most importantly, at the club level. Because the most important of these is at the club level. Because Rotary is, at the end of the day, all about the clubs. We're an association of clubs, not an association of districts or zones. And it seems to me that a fundamental strategic principle that needs to guide us at the club level is an understanding that Rotary is selling a product to the marketplace. You know, we're not selling milk or books or cars, but what we are selling to the market is the club experience, the experience that one gets when one joins a Rotary club. And of course, you pay for that experience with your time and your money. Now, the principal product that we've been offering in the marketplace for over 121 years is the traditional club model. And that traditional club model has served us well in many places of the world over all those years. And of course, our core values can never change: the four-way test, the focus on ethics, service, and fellowship. And so if a traditional club is growing, attracting great members, and doing great projects, there's no need there's no need to change. And I suspect that this describes many of the clubs in your district. But I also suspect that there may be clubs in the district that have not yet reached their full potential. And so let me suggest in closing 4 ways that we can innovate and revolutionize Rotary at the club level. Again, looking at the strategic opportunities and challenges our organization faces from a global perspective. So the first is for each club, even a successful club, to do an internal analysis and examine the product that the club is offering and identify any weaknesses and implement the necessary changes to address those weaknesses. Because a club can always improve. And as part of this effort, clubs should consider adopting a multi-year action plan to ensure continuity and to avoid the my-year phenomena that occurs given our annual change in leadership and the zigging and the zagging that often occurs, again, given our annual change in leadership. Again, the goal is to offer current and new members a club experience and a value proposition that they will find interesting and will want to buy. The second way we can revolutionize Rotary is by supporting the creation of new club models. Innovative new club models are proving to be really a great tool to grow membership in many parts of the world. And you know, today we have e-clubs, passport clubs, satellite clubs, cause-based clubs, companion clubs, clubs that only meet on the weekends, do service projects. The terminology isn't important. Just know that there are a wide variety of options on how to organize our clubs. And the list that I've provided, of course, is not exclusive, and during your report, Tony, you listed a number of new innovative club models that you're introducing here in the district. But please know that Rotary is providing you, our members, and the clubs with great flexibility, and we're giving you permission to experiment with changes to the traditional club model and to fashion club models that work here in Nigeria and in your district. So let's unleash our creativity and innovative spirit, and let's grow Rotary through new and innovative club models. The third way to revolutionize Rotary. Let's see if we can solve 100% of one problem rather than 1% of 100 problems. Our research clearly shows that clubs find greater success by concentrating their efforts in projects with greater impact and greater scale. Because if we do projects with greater impact, that increases our visibility, increases our public relations image in the community. That in turn attracts new members to our organization because they see the great work that we're doing and the impact that we're having. More members, of course, means more donations to the Rotary Foundations, more donations for your local club projects. It allows us to do even more and larger projects. That in turn further increases our public relations. And so we wind up creating this continuously ever-expanding circle as we make greater impact on our communities. And so the third way to revolutionize Rotary is to focus on our efforts on doing projects that are larger, scalable, sustainable, and with greater impact. And that requires that clubs and districts partner on projects, both with other clubs and districts and with outside organizations, in order to achieve that greater scale, that greater visibility, that greater impact. And here I think the Nigerian Rotarians are really leading the way. The Rotary Healthy Communities Challenge, the Together for Healthy Families program of scale, and many of your global grant projects are a shining example of what we can accomplish when we think big and embrace the concept of scale and impact. And finally, there's one more way that we can revolutionize Rotary, and that is by embracing new technology. Let's take the example of COVID. You know, prior to the pandemic, there was a lot of resistance by Rotarians to use technology to hold virtual meetings. But then we had the COVID pandemic, and the entire Rotary world had no choice but to embrace change and embrace technology. and we saw that it was very useful. Now, the next wave of innovation will involve artificial intelligence. AI can help with your service projects. It can help you analyze information, carry out surveys, identify better the needs in the community, and much, much more. In fact, President-elect Inca and I were in Mexico recently for a Rotary event where the thread and the theme of the entire conference was artificial intelligence. In fact, the Mexican Rotarians have developed an interesting tool that uses AI to do a SWOT analysis on your club and district. They use this tool now to prepare initial drafts of global grant proposals to the Rotary Foundation, and they are using AI to identify the pockets of greatest need in their communities and much, much more. Now, obviously, AI can't substitute human connections, but it can strengthen those relationships and make our service that much better. You know, Rotary is an incredible organization. It's a gift to humanity, frankly. And because it is such an incredible organization, I have a dream of growing Rotary to 2, 3, or more million members, of growing Nigeria from 6 to 12 districts, of growing District 9141 to 9,000 or more members. I think that should be the dream of each and every one of us. And again, not for the sake of just being bigger for the sake of being bigger, but for the sake of making an even greater difference in the world. Look at what we've done with 1.2 million members. We've almost eradicated polio. We've changed the lives of countless people around the globe. We've brought education, clean water, medical supplies, and so much more to thousands of communities. So can you imagine what we could do if we were 2 or 3 million strong? And in my view, there's no reason that can't happen. And I've suggested 4 ways that we can revolutionize our great organization and to fulfill that dream. And I'm sure there are many other ways that we can do that. But the important thing is to act. Talk is easy. What we need to do is act. We are, after all, people of action. The future of Rotary is in our hands, and you, the Rotarians of District 9141, are leading the way. Thank you very much.
Fellow Rotarians, let's give once again a big round of applause. Thank you very much, John Hiko. Thank you for that wonderful speech. Thank you, fellow Rotarians. May I please take your seat. This afternoon, dear friends and fellow Rotarians, we are very pleased and happy to have in this conference, Akube 2026, the presence of the Inspector General of Police. And he's here today as our keynote speaker addressing this conference. He'll be talking to us today on peace, security, and sustainable development, and how Rotary builds stronger communities through strategic partnership. My dear friends, permit me to bring on stage to come and introduce to us the IGP, CSP, Giwa Aliyu. So please come forward and introduce the IGP to us.
With the warmest and fellowship that define the Rotary spirit, the Inspector General of Police, the District Governor, the Governor of Edo State, ably represented, the Rotary International President, representative of ISKCON, the Rotary International President-elect, the Rotary Foundation trustee, district governors, regional Rotary leaders, past district governors, district leaders, club president, assistant governors, committee chairs, captain of industries and commerce, distinguished fellow and invited guests, senior officers of the Nigerian Police Force present, gentlemen of the press, protocol fully observed. At every great conference like this, there are guests who attend and there are guests who arrive, whose presence shifts the temperature of the room and remind everyone why they choose life of service in the first place. Today's guest is the letter, and what makes his presence at this conference 2026 even more extraordinary is that he does not come merely as a dignitary invited to grace our gathering. He comes as a Rotarian, a proud, committed member of the Rotary Club, a brother who has sat where you sit, who has taken the four-way test seriously, who has worn the Rotary pin alongside epaulet of Nigeria's highest police officers. You understand this fellowship not from the outside, but from within, and with his record outside, this fellowship is nothing short of extraordinary. A commander who led Nigeria's police contingency into the fire of Darfur, Sudan, under the African Union mission, rising to acting chief of staff in that theater of international crisis. The man who transformed the Lagos Rapid Response Squad into West Africa's finest anti-crime unit, earning the continental recognition from Security Watch Africa in 2016. The intelligence chief, that's the IGP, who led Intelligent Response Team, IRT, dismantled criminal network threatening Nigeria's financial and national security. A certified drone and UAV expert, a man who has positioned Nigerian security architect on the cutting edge of modern technology. A third Dan black belt judo. Never underestimate the Inspector General of Police. Silver medalist in 2022 United Nations Opening Judo Championship. A scholar that holds advanced degree in public administration and criminology, security and legal psychology. A man trained across 3 continents. Please a round of applause for him. He stands today as the 33rd Inspector General of Police of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and proudly the 23rd Indigenous Inspector General of Police, now commanding the police force of the largest black nation in the world, securing over 200 million people. He came to this conference 2026 not because he was summoned by protocols. He came because he's a Rotarian. And Rotarian shows up for their district, right? For their fellowship, right? For their people, always. Distinguished Rotarian and guests, on your feet, please. receive a man who has aligned his entire life with the service, the 23rd Inspector General of Police, IGP Olatunji Rilwan Disu, PSC Daga, holder of the Police Medal. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. The District Governor, the Rotary International District 9141, and his spouse, the Rotarian Anthony Warren and Teresa A. Warren. With all respect, His Excellency the Executive Governor of Edo State, Senator Monday Okwebolo, represented by Engineer Emmanuel Okwebo. The Rotary International President, Representative and his wife, CEO John Ako and Mararita Helko, forgive me. The Rotary Foundation Trustee and her spouse, Trustee Ijo Mapil Okoro and Sir Kingsley Okoro. District Rotarian Representative, past District Governors, Club President, Assistant Governors, Committee Chairs, District Leaders, Rotarians, and Rotaractors. Guests, ladies and gentlemen, the Rotary International President-elect, Rotarian Olayinka Balola, and your spouse, sir, you carry the hope of millions of Rotarians on your shoulders. And from what I can see, those shoulders are more than equal for the task. The Rotarian Foundation Trustee P.L. Okoro and spouse, my own club member, my Port Harcourt pride, prove that greatness does not travel far from home before it begins. We celebrate you. The visiting district governors who have crossed boundaries to be with us today, the incoming district governor, Rotarian Anthony Chubueze Olikagu, the baton is nearly in your hand. All assistant governors, the backbone of this district, our past district governors who sacrificed, build the platform on which we all stand today. Our energetic Rotaract talks, the living proof that the future of this movement is in excellent hands. Fellow Rotarians, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I bring you greetings from the Nigerian Police Force. I bring you greetings from over 300,000 men and women in uniform who wake up every day in service to this nation. I bring you greetings from the Rotary Club of Port Harcourt, my home, my fellowship, my family. It is a rare gift to stand before an audience where both of those identified are welcome. And so before I say another word, I want to simply say thank you. Thank you, the District Governor Warren, for this honor. Thank you, District 141, for making room at this table for a police officer who is also proudly one of your own. Our distinguished Rotarians, let me begin with a confession. When I first joined the Rotary Club of Port Harcourt, someone asked me, what does a policeman have in common with Rotary? I smiled. And then I thought about it seriously, and I realized the answer was not short. The answer was everything. Think about what a policeman, what an officer is. At the purest level, stripped away the uniform, the rank, the baton. At the core, a police officer is someone who has made a covenant with the society. A covenant that says, I will stand between you and harm. I will stand between you and harm. I will give my comfort, my sleep, sometimes my safety, so that you can have yours. I will serve, not because it is convenient, but because it is necessary. I will show up for strangers. Now tell me, does that not sound exactly like a Rotarian? The Rotarian wakes up and asks, what is the need? The police officer wakes up and asks, where is the threat? Both are asking the same questions underneath. Both are saying the world as it is not good enough. I have a role to play in making it better. I will not wait for someone else. Paul Harris did not start Rotary because the world was perfect. He started it because he looked around Chicago in 1905 and saw isolation, saw disconnection, saw a city growing faster than its conscience, and he decided that a small group of people committed to service would change the chemistry of a community. That is not so different from a young police officer, a cadet, who takes an oath and decides that one person, properly positioned, can hold a line. That is not just a Rotary motto. That is the job description of every officer who have ever stood at checkpoint at 3 a.m. so that you could sleep soundly. We have always been Rotarians in uniform. We simply did not always have the fellowship to prove it. Now, let me speak as the Inspector General of Police. Nigeria is a nation of extraordinary potentials, and Nigeria is a nation facing extraordinary challenges. I will not stand before you and pretend otherwise. The security situation in many parts of the country is serious. It demands serious people, serious thinking, and serious partnership. Here is what decades of law enforcement have taught me. You cannot police a community that does not trust you. You can deploy officers, you can mount operations, you can enforce curfews, but if the people look at the uniform and see an adversary rather than a protector, you have already lost the most important battle before it begins. Security is not a product of force alone. It is a product of relationship. It is a product of kind societal contract. We are in it together. When the community members see something suspicious and reaches for the phone to call the police rather than looking other way, that is not just civic duty, it is relationship that sometimes builds. Someone shows up, someone ends that trust, one interaction at a time. So, what am I proposing today? I'm not here simply to praise Rotary. I'm here to propose a strategic partnership that can change the trajectory of communities across District 141 and beyond. Across this district, our Rotary Club touches hundreds of communities. Within the same communities sit police divisions, area commands, and community policing committees. And yet, in too many places, two forces of good operate in parallel, never converging, never compounding their powers. I want us to change that. Formally, deliberately, starting now, I am calling on every club president in this hall to return home with a mandate. Identify your nearest police division, the commander, and sit with him. Not to complain, not to lobby, but to plan. To find one thing that your club and the police can do together, your community, that neither of you can do alone. It could be a youth safety club that brings secondary school students into it. Honest conversation about crime, about drugs, about choices that shape lives. It could be a community dialogue platform where residents and officers sit in the same room and listen to each other. Perhaps for the first time, it could be a mentorship program for at-risk young men, the ones on the edge before the fall. It could be a public awareness campaign funded by the club, desired by the police, owned by the community. These are not expensive ideas. They are not complicated ideas. They are ideas that simply require two groups of service-minded people to decide that the barrier between them is not a wall, but a door, and to open it. Police and communities must partner. They must not be adversaries. I have said this in the boardroom. I have said it in the barracks. This is not optional. This is only the path to the sustainable security that makes sustainable development possible. Because, let me be clear about something. Security and development are not two separate conversations. They are one conversation with two choices. You cannot build a road in a community paralyzed by fear. You cannot run a school in a town where teachers are afraid to stay after dark. You cannot grow a market where traders cannot move their goods without paying ransom. Our colleagues, our pride. Trustee Ijeoma Pales Okoro understands this. The work of the Rotary Foundation is precisely this: the understanding that human flourishing is not divisible, that you cannot address one dimension of human suffering without ignoring the other, that peace, security, health, education, and economic opportunity are not a menu from which you choose. They are a package that rises and falls together. Distinguished Rotarians, I want to close with something personal. I am not a man who comes to Rotary by accident. I came because something in me recognized something in this fellowship. The same thing that made me choose law enforcement as a career is the same thing that made me comfortable in a room full of Rotarians. It is refusal to accept the way that things are that have to be. It is the belief that organized, committed, selfless people can move the needle of human progress. It is the conviction that service is not what you do when you have to spare time. It is what you do with your whole life. I wear the uniform of the Nigerian Police Force with pride. I carry the Rotary pin with equal pride. And I stand before you today not as two different men, but as one man with a unified purpose. That purpose is a Nigeria where communities are safe, where young people have futures, where the police officer and the citizens see each other as what they truly are: neighbors, countrymen, and partners in the project of nationhood. This is not a dream. This is a plan. Every Rotarian in this hall is part of it. Distinguished Rotarians, let me leave you with this. The founder of modern policing, Sir Robert Peel, said in 1829 that the police are the public and the public are the police. Also, 200 years later, these words are still the most radical things ever said about law enforcement. Because they demand something uncomfortable, they demand that we stop thinking of police as separate force imposed upon society and start thinking of public safety as shared responsibility that belongs to all of us. Rotary has known this for 121 years. Every club that has ever met for fellowship and then gone out to serve its community have been living Peel's principle without perhaps knowing it. You are the public taking responsibility for itself. You are the citizen who refuse to outsource civic duty. That is what I'm asking you to do now. In partnership with us, take responsibility for the security where you take responsibility for every other dimension of community life. Bring us into your fellowship of service. Let us bring you into our network of community trust. Let us build together what neither of us can build alone. Police and communities must be partners, not adversaries. That is my message. That is my mission. As long as I serve as Inspector General of Police of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, it will also be my mandate. Thank you, District Governor Warren. Thank you, President-elect Babalola, for the leadership you are bringing to this great movement. Thank you, Trustee Okoro, my Port Harcourt champion, for making District 141 proud on the global stage. Thank you, District 9141, for reminding me today why I joined Rotary in the first place. And I thank you, every Rotarian in this hall, for choosing every single day to be the kind of person the world desperately needs more of. God bless Rotary International District 9141. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and may service always be above self. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Can we once again put hands together for the IGP? Proudly a Rotarian. Thank you very much, sir. Before I invite the representative of His Excellency, permit me to once again acknowledge the presence of very distinguished chiefs who have come to represent the greatest monarch that we have in our environment. I'd like to ask that we put our hands together for these wonderful people who have come to represent the great Oba of the great Benin Kingdom, led here by the Dion, the Oliha of Benin Kingdom, Chief Dion We Oliha, Oba Atokbe. We have another very distinguished chief, the Olaga of Benin Kingdom, Chief Ugbogbo Obohia. The Akenwa of Benin Kingdom, Chief Osamoye Obohia. My brother, the Oba Isiwa of Benin, Chief Victor Asiriwa. These four distinguished chiefs are representing His Royal Majesty, the Oba of Benin. Before I also bring in the governor, one man who has been so instrumental to what we are doing here today, proudly a Rotarian, the Chief of Staff to His Excellency, a very distinguished major donor, Rotary Foundation, Rotarian Honorable Yakubu Musa, MD. We want to thank you very much for all you are doing for us. At this point, we'd like to bring on stage the man who is shining Edo State. The man who is in charge of the Shine agenda. Edo is shining. One man who has been doing so much for our people. A man who has been instrumental to many developmental projects in this state of ours. A man who, to us, is God sent. Has been doing great things for great people. One man who believes that for him to smile, you must smile. We call him the smiling governor. Please, I'd like us to put our hands together
for this wonderful governor, who on this occasion is represented by the Honorable Commissioner for Finance, Engineer Ima Okwebo. He is going to declare this conference open. He's representing the Shine Governor.
Good afternoon, everybody. The district governor and his spouse, Rotarian Anthony Warrior and Teresa Warrior, representative of our esteemed Oba of Benin, His Royal Majesty Obaiwere II, the Inspector General of Police, IGP Olatunji Disu, the Chief of Staff to the Edo State Governor, the Rotary International President Representative and his spouse, CEO John Herco and Margarita Herco, the Rotary Foundation Trustee and our spouse, Trustee Joma Okoro and Sir Kingsley Okoro, past district governors, the district Rotary Representative Paul Arugana, club presidents, assistant governors, committee chairs, district leaders, Rotarians, and Rotarators, guests and friends. I bring you warm greetings from His Excellency, who sincerely appreciates your kind invitation to this joint district conference on 2026. Although His Excellency is unavailably absent in person, I'm deeply honored to represent him at this important gathering and to formally declare this plenary session open. It is my pleasure to welcome the distinguished Rotarians, guests, and delegates to Benin for the Rotary International District 9141 Joint District Conference, DISCON 2026. His Excellency Governor Senator Monday Okpero deeply appreciates the invaluable contributions of Rotary International to humanity through service, peace building, healthcare, education, youth development, and community advancement. Your commitment to selfless service continues to inspire hope and positively impact lives across our communities. Edo State is proud to host this important gathering of leaders and change makers dedicated to making society better. As a government, we believe in partnership and collective responsibility in building a more prosperous and inclusive society. We therefore commend Rotary International for complementing government efforts in critical sectors of development. On behalf of His Excellency, Distinguished Senator Monday Okpero, Governor of Edo State, I warmly welcome you all to Edo State and officially declare the Rotary International District 9141 Joint District Conference, this conference is open. I wish you fruitful deliberations and memorable stay in Benin City. Thank you and bless you all. God bless Edo State and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Excellency, we would love to have a historic picture with you. Can I invite District Governor Tony to please join His Excellency? John, Maggie, Theresa, can you please join His Excellency on stage for a picture? Our trustee and her spouse to please join us on stage. Let's take a beautiful picture with His Excellency. We need to capture this, please, so that the flags do not. Today is a busy day, we know that, with the primaries going on, and you still made time to be here. We're very grateful. Please. Let's take that photograph. DRR, please, on stage. Dan.
Thank you very much, fellow Rotarians. And once again, thank you to His Excellency for that message to this conference and for declaring the conference open. Thank you very much. Though it's working. Thank you, fellow Rotarians. Fellow Rotarians, also this afternoon, of course, we are going to listen to a good message. You will agree with me that come July 1st, 2026, Africa and Nigeria will be on the center stage to the rest of the world. By July 1st, we'll have one of us that will serve as the president of Rotary International. It's a big moment for all of us. Nigeria is ready. Africa is ready. And it is time for Africa. Thank you, fellow Rotarians. And of course, we'll be listening to a good message from the Rotary International President-elect, Olayinka Hakeem Babalola. So just sit as you enjoy this message from him to this conference. Thank you very much. Media.
Greetings to you, my dear friends and family at the conference in Benin. It's a pity I'm unable to join you at this conference, and I think this is the first conference of our district I may have been absent from in almost all my years in Rotary. But I'm sure you understand. I want to urge you to use this conference to reconnect, strengthen our bonds, get re-inspired for the years ahead, for the year we'll be creating lasting impact. Use the opportunity of this conference to discuss with yourselves and think about it. How has Rotary changed you? Talk to each other. Share that conversation. Everybody you meet at the coffee, at the corridor, ask, how has Rotary changed you? Let them tell you your whole story and tell them their story and you tell them yours. Because we all know Rotary has made us better people. Let me use this opportunity to thank District Governor Tony for his leadership for this year, 2026, and of course to join you, our District Governor and District leadership, to welcome our General Secretary to the home district of the President for 2026-2027. Welcome to Nigeria, John, and I hope you enjoy yourself, you enjoy your stay. And Maga, I believe you are coming with John. Please enjoy your stay also. Ciao. Have a great conference, everybody.
Thank you very much. Fellow Rotarians, the room doesn't feel like the room filled with people who share a district with the #1 man who will represent all of us. The first Rotaractor to become president of Rotary International. Excuse me, make some noise. All right. Okay, fellow Rotarians and friends, the conference would be incomplete without a bit of shuffling. Just for 1 second. Okay, is it 1 second yet? Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Let every good knight raise his helmet and glove. Is that how we do it? Come on now. Come on now. Let every good knight raise his helmet and glove. Nala. All right. To the right, to the left. To the right, to the left. Let every good knight raise his helmet and glove. And carry a message of service and love. Singing Rotary.
Vive la Rotary.
Oh.
Vive la Rotary.
Oh.
Truth is our right. Love is our might. Vive la Rotary. When something is wrong, let us straighten it out. For nothing is worse than a care or a doubt. Rotary.
Singing Rotary.
Vive la Rotary.
Oh.
Vive la Rotary. Truth is our right. Love is our might. Vive la Rotary. The man with a smile is the fellow we need. Who loses himself in the shaming of greed. Vive la Rotary. Singing Rotary. Vive la Rotary. Vive la Rotary. Truth is our right. Love is our might. Vive la Rotary. The lady with a smile is the fellow we need. Who loses herself in the shaming of greed. Singing Rotary. Vive la Rotary. Truth is our right. Love is our might. Vive la Rotary.
Don't you all look wonderful? Put your hands together for yourselves. Goodness. Wow.
Thank you so much for staying tuned. That was, of course, Rotary Club International. Thank you so much to all the Rotarians, both in Nigeria and in diaspora. A big congratulations to you all. That's the size of our program on today's edition of the program event on JEP TV. Please don't forget to give us a call for that event of yours. JEP TV will come down to that event venue of yours. It's a special package, actually. We can actually come down to your event venue with our LED screen, LCD screen mounted at your event venue, and we can also zoom on that day of your event. It's a special package, like I said. Give us a call. Let's talk business. Until then, I remain sincerely yours, Fumilayo Okorafor. Thanks for watching.
This is JEP TV.